Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. What's up, beautiful people? What's going on? Let me hear you. Where you coming live from? Where you joining this broadcast from? Let me see y'all beautiful names. Can't see your beautiful faces, but let me know where you're representing from on tonight. What's up, Instagram? What's up, brothers and sisters? Hello. All right, I see you, Lucretia, on the move for God. I see you, sister. Minnesota's in the house. Happy Sunday to you. Number one apostrophe. Hello, Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Definitely showing up and saluting all of my brothers from all across the United States and abroad that is joining me on tonight. I'm not going to be here a whole long time. But what I want to see, what's up, Brother Nathan from Florida, represent. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to see you guys and be in the land of the living. To be able to even come together on this platform, on these platforms, and congregate and fellowship with one another. So welcome and greetings and good evening and all that good stuff to you. Abundant blessings to you all. I see you, Mobile, Alabama, Samuel Daly. What's up, Mark Vegas, Colorado? That's what I'm talking about. I see you. What's poppin', Raheem? What's up? You tell me. Trying to stay sucker free, literally. Trying to stay sucker free. All right, y'all. So I wanted to come by here. Ozark, Missouri. You know what? We used to live in Kansas City, Missouri. And our favorite place to go to was heavy on the sauce, please. We love that Gates barbecue. Heavy on the sauce, please. They would scream. I'd be like, wow, that is so amazing. That's their brand. That's their standout. But they had the best food in Kansas City. We wasn't too far from Ozark either. We've traveled there a couple times. So I absolutely know where you are representing from. Greetings to you all. Hello, brothers and sisters. Again and again, there are others coming on, so that's why I'm saying that. St. Louis, I see you. Live Fit Luxury. I see y'all. All right, look, if you don't mind sharing this with somebody, anybody, my job, our job is just to share the message, and whoever will hear, and whoever will not, they will not. And that's neither our business as long as we share. So I'm asking you to share. I'm not going to be here very long at all because I promised my family that I will spend the rest of this evening with them. What's up? I see y'all. Sure. And what's up, baby boy Brandon? What's up? I want to speak some real hardcore facts on tonight, okay? Even though I've been moving and I've been grooving and trying to get people in position, I'm still watching because I'm a watchman. And all of this stuff was just intended, and I got to be very skilled in my words on tonight. But I'm gonna say this in a roundabout way. The news is predicted. I told y'all, hey Khalil, what's up? I mentioned to you guys about a month ago. I had a dream, and I know that my dreams are very prophetic in nature. My dreams have protected me. I'm going to say the Lord, that's who I serve. That's who I believe in. The Holy Spirit revealed to me in a night vision while I was asleep in the form of a dream, that there was something worse coming. Now, I have been sounding the alarm and saying that just because I've been sitting back peeping the whole playboy. But it got really real when um, let's see how I can word this, y'all. When it was this big push to get this big thing. Y'all know what I mean. If you put some hearts over here on Instagram, let me know in the chat if you catch my drift. If you following me, there was a big old push to get this big old thing, and you could lose your job if you didn't get this big old thing, and you can lose your livelihood if you didn't get this big old thing. So that was pushing and being pushed like nonstop. Separating and dividing one another. Because some people chose to get this one big thing, and some people said, "Oh no, we're not doing that." And then all of a sudden, it comes to a screeching halt. Everything is relaxed again. Everything is looks like it's a smoke and mirrors. Everything looks like it's about to um, go back to normal. That's what I'll say. And it's a play in the book because something worse is coming. And I had a dream last month and I shared it with you guys. And as I stated, I'm not led by my dreams, but I know when I dream, they mean something. Whether warning, whether something forthcoming, whether something that I need to pray against, whether something that can be thwarted, whether something that can be bound and never to come to pass. It's such that you can't speak it, right? And that's the reason why I keep on showing up, because we need to have stuff in place for us where we can have the liberties that has been given to us by the Most High God. Ain't no man or no woman in this earth have that much control and power over us. And this is ridiculous. But because we are on their platforms, we got to obey by their rules. And that's why we need our young men and women that love to do this, to use this in a good aspect, to build something for us that we can come together and be able to fellowship and connect. This is important because this is the era that we live in. When I was growing up, we didn't have all these cell phones and technology and all of that. You had to write notes, send pen pal letters to get a message. There was no technology. There was no, all of this stuff that we got available that connects us from city to city, state to state, country to country. Excuse me. And we need something in place because all of us are scattered. We're not all in one place. And we had the opportunity to try to get together in one place, but people had all kind of different things. Or I don't want to leave my family. I don't want to leave this. I don't want to leave that. So we are scattered abroad throughout this nation, throughout this world, and we're gonna need a means to be able to communicate. One thing that I do know is that they cannot conquer or overthrow a community. It'll be a lot harder to overthrow a community, but they can conquer and overthrow individuals and little groups, twos and fews, but a community, building a community. So we're gonna need things like this in place. And that's why if you don't have something in place like this or don't have a business or something, start one so that we can have everything that we need is on the inside of us, literally. Everything that we need is on the inside of us. We have been taught to go out and look for what we need, but everything that we need is right in our own community on the inside of us. So that's why I show up and say, build out these things, scale out these things, do what it is that you need to do, because more hands and more feet on the ground be able to contribute to more people being served and helped in different parts since we are scattered abroad. Nevertheless, getting back to this script and why it's so important. So everything was relaxed. Now everything is like, it's like give a little taste of freedom. give a little taste. You know, they push this big thing and get everybody worked up and round up and do their work, and then relax the reins a little bit and give them a little sense of freedom, and then hit hard again. That's the name of the game. And that game is getting ready to come. That game is already amongst us. Let them get out and do whatever they need to do. You know, it's been 2 years. Let them take off you know, let them have some freedom, and then come back and hit them with a double whammy. So now it is being reported that, how do I say this? You know, that whole little fighting that's going on over there in the Russians and the Ukrainians, you know, that whole fighting that's going on over there. Part of the game board just staff and pieces on the game board, all working for the same team, but on different sides of the game board. So you know what's going on over there, right? Well, now this is being played out, and what's going on over there is now coming over here where we at. And they coming with, you know, they coming with that. So they warning that now that these people who ain't the plague over there, now they over there fighting each other. There is no reports of any, you know, plague. Where did it go? It just went away, right? We no overcrowded facilities. You know, no. All the beds everything's good. And they over there fighting each other, and there's no, you know, they in close proximity of each other. There is no there's no reports being reported. You know, over in Canada where strict measures were being taken, you know, none of that, all gone away. You know, over in Europe, strict measures, all of that's gone away. But one thing I want y'all to pay attention to is in the Great Red Dragon. Y'all know who the Great Red Dragon is? If you do, put it in the chat. If you know who the Great Red Dragon, the beast. Y'all know who the Great Red Dragon is. Just want to make sure y'all following along with me. Thank you. Thank you, Raheem. I hope more than just me and Raheem is paying attention to that. Thank you. Do y'all know who the Great Red Dragon is? I was just trying to make sure we following each other. We know we talking to one another. Okay, thank you, Raheem. If you don't know Raheem, just put it in the chat. Y'all over here on Instagram know who the Great Red and Yellow Dragon is. Who's the number one enemy of the United States? Exactly, Tawana. Exactly. Thank you. So look in the comments, Brandon. You know, that's who our enemy. Yes. Thank you, Sister Militia. Thank y'all. So watch them, because now they on strict lockdown. Y'all know they winning in currency wise. The digital yuan. You know, if you know who the yuan is, then you know who I'm talking about. They win it. That's why when they put sanctions on Russia, it really didn't affect them, because them two, the CCP and Russia, been rolled out a new currency when this plague first happened 2 years ago. So now watch them. The whole world is relaxed. The whole world is, everybody is relaxed. Y'all don't see the comments? China, the CCP. Watch them. Because them over there is on strict lockdown. Go look it up. They got a new strain and under tight measures of lockdown. Yeah. While the rest of the world is relaxed. Remember when we were on tight measures, they were relaxed. While people here couldn't go out nowhere for the new year, they had a whole celebration. So you got to watch the playboard, brothers and sisters. You got to watch what's happening, because now it is being announced that animals and humans, they have this new avian strain that makes you very, very, very sick. Right? So now Walensky and Fauci is announcing that what I dreamed last month, and I'll tell you the dream, and maybe you can read between the lines. In the dream, people was going about their everyday business. And it was lots of people gathered around somewhere. And I don't know where we were in this dream, but there were a lot of people gathered around somewhere. So much so that, we were crowded, but not really like congested. We had enough room to walk and move. And I just started seeing people coughing out of the blue. I mean, like out of the clear blue, people just started coughing. It was like, like that. It just like started like a 1 or 2, and then it wouldn't stop. And then I remember coughing, like 1, 2 cough, and it was like run. As soon as I said, it was like run. And I remember one of my twins, Revelation, being nearby, and she started coughing like once or twice, and I snatched her hand and I ran. And as I ran to get away from all of those who were coughing, that's when I was warned, get to safety, get inside. And then the dream ended. Which let me know at that time something else was coming. Which let me know at that time. And so when I asked for interpretation of it, people out working in the dream where we were out going as our regular smuggler day, commerce was happening, business was running and functioning. We needed to be moving in that time, but while we were moving, something was put in the atmosphere to make the people start coughing. And it was something that was invisible. There was something that had happened that was invisible because we didn't see it. It just out of the blue. We're going around, doing what we need to do as we were doing it. And as you stayed in close proximity of it, people, started panicking and started running. I wasn't like it was a dream where I was in the dream, but I was looking. I was able to feel, because I remember coughing, I was able to snatch my daughter and run a different direction and said, get to safety. It does sound nuclearish. Yes. Thank you, Sister Jill. And I asked, what is this? What do you want me to do with this? He said, no, you must build. I don't care how tired you are. If you say that you don't have time, make time. Know that I need you in position. Another dream that I want to share with you all, that I feel inspired and compelled to share with you, was previous to that one. I had a dream that we were at a park. And in this park was this like tunnel. And half of the tunnel was like sticking out on the ground, and then some of it was kind of like, it's hard to explain. Like they built, you know how you used to go through these like tunnels when you were a kid, you get in them and crawl into them, and they be in playground. They usually be in playgrounds. And so it was like, that round circle thing that you get in and you crawl through to the other side, and it's open on each end. So inside it was built like half in the ground and half outside of the ground. But underneath it had like a station where there was food in there. And then on the top, you can just like walk through. You had to like have eyes to see that underneath there was some stuff down there that could be beneficial. So my daughter got it, and I got in there with her, just crawling through because it looked fascinating. It looked fascinating, and so we were able to see, wow, there's food down there. And we went down there and got food. Meanwhile, the other people was just going through it and didn't see down there that there was food. So we came out with food, me and my daughter. And when we came out with food, it was like a whole bunch of people standing around with these weird looks on their face. Like, where y'all come from with that food? And I discerned danger. I was like, it was down there. And then it went from, who do you think you is to have food and we don't have food? It was people that looked like me. And they became violent. And in my dream, the spirit said, get to your car. I was like, y'all can have the food. It ain't that serious. But they were not upset that I had food. They were upset that I had insight to where food was at, and they could not see it. That's what the problem was, because I'm like, there's food in there. How you mad at my kid? And one of them tried to act like they was going to run up on my kid because we found that there were food inside of this tunnel that they were walking through. So we get to the car. I had to fight a whole gang of them. I had to fight them, literally. And we made it to our car. We had to beat them all the way to our car. It was a lot of them. They were not mad about the food because we was like, you can have the food. They were mad that they couldn't see where the food was, and we just went in there so freely and got food. And it wasn't even that we were hungry and needed food. It's just like, wow, this is nice. We might as well take some of this back up. We came out with the intention to, hey, y'all, but we were confused as why they couldn't see what we saw. And when we came out, they were all standing around like a brood of vipers before we could even say anything. So I gets in my car and we drive off. And I drive to, it was even family members. Okay, y'all, this was the real crazy part, where I get in my car and I drive off. And then my family members pull up and like try to block me in so I can't drive. And they wanted to tear into me about finding this access. It was not about the food whatsoever. It's like, we want to kill you literally because you found out that there's something down there that we cannot access. So I had to fight my family. And there was one member in my family was like, no, we're not going to have this. He kind of like interrupted so that I can get away from them. And then I drove off and drove to my house, not my house in real life, but in the dream, this was my house. I drove to my house. By the time I got to my house, another one of my relatives came out to my truck, say, what happened? And I'm telling them, like, they try to kill us because we was able, I'm explaining the story to them. We went to the park. There was a little tunnel in there. I'm explaining the story to them. All of a sudden, I see Hispanics and brown people. It was men particularly. And they were walking down the street bent over. So I'm talking like this, standing up against my car, talking to one of my relatives, my cousin in the dream, and we just like looking at each other like sideways. And I'm like, yeah, man, they was, having a conversation to the side like this. But out of my peripheral, I see a black man I see a Hispanic man, because the Hispanic man had the cholo, like Ben Davidson pants on. The black man had, he didn't have no shirt on. They look homeless or something like that, in a sense. And then some of them looked like they was just people from out of the neighborhood. But they were not walking upright like we walk. They were walking like bent over like this, and they made this very distinct noise, as growling noise, like that's how they was breathing. And I could hear it and see it out of my peripheral view. So when I seen them like walking fast, not naturally fast, but supernaturally fast, out of my peripheral, I start seeing the police just swarming from everywhere, coming from all different directions. So now it has my attention. What is the police doing here? And who are these men? Did they just rob somebody? Why are they bent over? Why are they growling? And I see the police just hop out, kick open the door, pull down, draw down on them with their guns and say, stop. And these things are still walking around. So that was my cue. Whatever is happening is not normal. So that was my cue to walk slowly while the police had their attention, and their attention was on the police, because these things like stood up at the police like, I dare you to shoot me. And then went back down into that animalistic posture. So I'm sliding. I stopped talking to my cousin. Right at that moment, I felt the urgency to get in the inside of my house. It was like I heard, go inside now. But do it in a way that don't bring no noise or no sudden movement. So it was like I was kind of like sliding. You know how you're on a ledge and you slide, and I was sliding to my house, and my heart was racing in the dream. And I got to my door, and I twisted it, and it was strategic how I had to twist my door, because I sensed that if I made a movement, that whatever those things were, they was going to kill me. So I was strategically led on how to even twist my doorknob, softly to twist it. And then when I got on the inside, it was like twist the doorknob back softly, and I barely made it in, and twist the doorknob so that I can close it without it making that click sound. So as I was twisting the knob, I barely got the door shut enough to lock it. You know how you shut the door, but it ain't all the way shut to just lock it. So you kind of struggle with the top lock. I twisted the knob, and then I'm taking the other top. I'm twisting the knob, and then I'm taking the other top, and I'm trying to twist that simultaneously, quiet. And then all of a sudden, it was like, lock it now. And I twisted it a little bit, and I heard the thing outside of the door. I could see through the crack its face looking for which door I went into, and then my dream ended. That dream troubled me, so I was like, Lord, what is coming? And the first thing that I knew was that whatever they did, and that's why they say get ready for the zombie apocalypse. That's why they train in the military to get ready for the zombie apocalypse, because of what has been done. What stood out to me the most was that it was brown and blacks. I hate saying the word blacks, but it was light brown, a lighter shade of brown, and a darker shade of brown. And at this time, we needed to be in our houses. From the playground and them all going belligerent and crazy to me making it home, thinking that it's cool to just stand out. It wasn't even safe to be outside. And I had to get back on the inside of my house discreetly and strategically in order to survive. I know, sis, that's why I'm talking about the CDC zombie apocalypse. They have a whole entire website dedicated to it. And so now they telling us that something worse is coming. They said it's two of these plagues that then came together called the Frankenstein. Can I show y'all? Can I show y'all? Let me make sure it's over here in my inbox first and foremost. Redeem. Redeem. Hold on one second. Let me see the Go phone real quick, baby. And I'm almost done, okay? Let me send this to myself. Just 1 second. Here, you can take it back. Just stay right there.
I'm still in the bed with you tonight, Mom.
Okay.
Wait, you on live?
I am on live, yeah.
So you recording? I'm walking hands real quick.
Here we go, right here. Okay, go ahead and go out. Here, take your phone and go back out.
I need to go wash my hands.
Okay, go in that bathroom and wash your hands, please, sir. Thank you. Shut my door. All right. So let me. Dean. Y'all better come get Dean. That part right there, Sister Jill. Let me show y'all something real quick. Yes, Sister Malaysia. My sister in Christ had the same dream. See? Ain't nobody playing. Like, no. Let me show y'all. Let me make sure it's. Hold on 1 second. I done did something wrong. Give me 1 second. Y'all know I'm still trying to figure out this technology, so bear with me 1 moment. Here we go. I just want y'all to see this real quick. This just came up 2 days ago. 2 of the plagues just combined into a Frankenstein, you know what. And if I pull it up, let me go back and show y'all. Let me open up another tab. Four days ago. First identified in the UK, the ultra, you know what, blah, 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 could already be spreading undetected in America. And look at this. Why this? Out of all things, why would you, I mean, what is this? I've never even heard of this. With its long list of mutations, this could be the most contagious blank of the blank yet. And you know where it's coming from. But don't just panic yet. The same mix of blanks that produce this might also protect us from it. Nevertheless, that ain't what they saying. This is from yesterday. As bosses begin ordering workers back to the office and blanks come off, a new study warns could become the #1 cause of, you know what, in the U.S. And they saying it's likely in the fall. So now the game that's being played, this is where they hit you back harder, brothers and sisters. This is where they hit you back harder. This is where they hit you back harder. They relaxed it, and then they come back harder. More click clanks, more you can't do A, B, C, D, and E, more dictatorship and control on top of, now check this out, this is on top of food shortages. This is coming on top of food shortages, high prices, inflation for gas, for everything, for rent, for everything. But you ain't getting no raises. No more government monies. And it's going to be done when it's cold. And who they going to blame is those who say no. Which reminds me of the dream of me being able to find food, and even family members wanted to kill me because I had the know and the knowledge and the insight to be able to preserve myself, and they didn't have the ability to see that. And then you go on CDC website and they say, and teaching teachers and military how to prepare for a zombie apocalypse. Well, where are they coming from? This also was said and meant that, and I have a lot of information that I need to share, and I'm probably going to have to put a Zoom together to share it, because I will not be able to share it on these platforms where they have said, where they have stated out of their mouths that those who have cancer, diabetes, hypertension, underlying health conditions, if they are not, you don't get treatment. Let you die is what they say, because it's going to be your fault come this fall. Which means that they're going to turn it up another notch and say, well, no entry to basic necessities. No entry for basic things. They have a debit card slider that says, please go back and delete your tweets that goes against your banking policies before being allowed to make a purchase. Have y'all seen that? Please go back and delete your tweets that goes against your banking institution's policies before you can make a purchase. And these people were trying to buy groceries. Groceries. My brothers and my sisters, we must work while it is day, for when night cometh, no man can work it. If they gonna lock you in, then guess what? You might as well have something in place when you can't go to work for them, to have something working for you that's already in place. Because you know what? This is the new era. Technology. That's why they created this whole metaverse, so that people can sit in their houses and live in a false reality. The days of coming together is going to be halted soon. That's why you need to come together now. Oh, y'all ain't seen it? Let me show it to y'all so y'all can see it. Hold on 1 second. Because I got it. I got a whole lot, but I'm just not at liberty to share it here. If they take down voices like mine and others, then the people won't hear. And that's the goal. That is the goal. Let me show it to y'all real quick. Here we go. Let me make sure y'all can see it over here. Okay, there you go. Please delete. As you can see, M&Ms, please delete all tweets that violate your bank's hate speech policies. Hate speech policies to process your payment, which means that your payment did not go through, ma'am or sir, because you have tweets that violate your bank's hate speech policies. Now, these are people that we pay to hold our money in their institutions. Matter of fact, let me not say hold our money, invest our money. They hold our money to invest our money. And then tell us it's a scheduled maintenance outage. You got your change up in there and then you go swipe your stuff and it says, well, because of your beliefs. Do you know that they passed a law in Congress that will deem you as a criminal and charge you as a criminal for speaking against the narrative? That's why we need to get off their platforms. That's why we need to be moving now. That's why we need to be doing something now. I want to share this because I've been out here plowing y'all, my brothers and sisters, trying to get y'all on board, open up your eyes and get what you need to get in haste. I mean, you can get government contracts, men and women, in as little as 30 days, in as little as 90 days. And the reason why I mentioned government contracting is because of this reason right here. Let me share this one more time with y'all. This right here is paying trillions of dollars for maybe days of work, literally. Trillions of dollars for maybe days of work. And if we just had enough brothers and sisters right now that actually had transportation companies, you would be rolling in the dough. I mean, not driving them, just actually having them. Texas begins dispatching buses to the border to transport illegal immigrants to D.C. Now, you know where these immigrants are coming from. I just mentioned the two nations that are at war with each other. And not only are they coming here, but they're getting paid to come here, okay? While the people who built this whole entire country don't get nothing. You don't even get nothing but food stamps, okay? You don't get nothing. And as Raheem said earlier, the Afghanistans came here, they got paid to be here. The Ukrainians are coming here, and they came in bringing measles and all kinds of other germs and diseases, okay? They did. So now you got the Ukrainians coming here, the very Ukrainians that are racist to the core and would not let the Africans out of their country because they put themselves first. So they're coming here with all of them and their stuff. They come in here with that stuff. And they're getting paid to be here. And the Latinos, that families got separated under the Trump era. They getting paid more than the military and the army who go and fight for this freedom that we enjoy. More than them who would die in war. They get 75,000. These people are getting 350,000 for being separated at the border. While you and I get nothing but food stamps, Section 8, you know, a warehouse job, a little stimulus or something like that. That's what we get. And then when you have the Haitians come over here, oh no. Everybody else is welcomed over here except them, except the Haitians. Y'all did peep game, right? Haitians were not welcomed here. They got sent back. But if you had a government contract in transportation, you can get in by plundering the. Listen, hold on. Let me just pipe down a little bit, okay? You want to know how you get your money back from them? That's how, because you know what? They are looking for transportation companies to ship them. Governor Abbott, that's a real G. That's why we're here in Texas, because that's a real G. He ain't playing with them. You think you're gonna come dump them over here and infect Texas? We know the script that's being written, just like that weather storm that you did out here to try to cripple us and kill all them. We know the script, okay? We know the script. We know exactly what you're doing. So what we gonna do when you load them up in here through our borders? We gonna pay transportation companies contracts, that is, to transport them to Washington D.C. and leave them on your doorstep. Here in Texas, it's beautiful here. This is the land flourishing. I'm telling you that right now. This is a Goshen, literally. There is a place here called Goshen, Texas. This is a Goshen. It's beautiful, plenteous. You can come buy you some land. You can come do your whole 9 yards here, okay? Texas is so big that it could fit everybody in the United States of America in property with at least 1 acre. Texas is big. It takes a whole day and some change to get through Texas. It's the biggest state and about to be the biggest country because they already separating themselves from the United Snakes of America. Okay? This is the reason why it's time for them gifts that you got on the inside of you to be awakened, to come to flourishing, for you to get something in place. Because I'm going to tell you, life ain't going to stop. The good book that I read say, this is just the beginning of woes. This ain't the end of the world, my brothers and sisters. We just getting started. It says, when you see people imprisoned, and when you see them killed and dying for my name's sake and being betrayed and beheaded, then the end will come. But this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. We're just getting warmed up. If we think we've seen something, just wait. It says this is the end of an era. This is the end of an age where we used to know how we used to pin dollars on each other when it was our birthday, how we used to be able to go in and transact with the dollar bill. It ain't going to be worth jack diddly squat. And that's why we need to get it rapidly in haste and then turn it into something hard assets like land, like produce, like a hospital, like a school, like a banking system for us, like a grocery store for us. This is the reason why. And I got 1 minute and maybe a half of a second. These programs that we have put in place are allowing you to get the wealth. I'm telling y'all, that's why I'm only pushing these. At least if you in transportation, can I say this little hint? At least you in transportation, we got people that's over on the West Coast. We'll still be able to get food to them. Hint, hint. You notice that the people who was not locked down was the what do you call them? Frontliners. Construction, transportation, nurses. Frontliners. We need the essential workers so you can become an essential business. That way we ensure that our people still, wherever they are, You can get produces shipped to them and services shipped to them. And then because we partnering with, or we're offering our services to them, we got access to tissue and stuff that we need. Do y'all catch my drift? If you catch my drift, just let me get some hearts over here on Instagram. It's like a game of chess. That's it. We playing the game. We see your move. We moving how we see your move. If y'all understand me over here on YouTube and Facebook, just let me get a yes in the chat. Strategic, prayerfully, how do we preserve? This is how. This is how. What did Joseph do? He went and bought all the wheat up before the famine came. Why? Because when the famine came, they had to come to him to get wheat to eat. Strategic, divinely, insight and wisdom. So in order for us to stay afloat, anybody that's serving them ain't gonna suffer. We need you in business to keep supplying our services to us. This is why it's important, men and women. Transportation ain't gonna never go nowhere. And I just gotta say this, okay? Because I know that I'm going home. And if you know what I mean when I say I'm going home, back to where I come from, you catch my drift. And why they trying to put everybody else somewhere else in one of them what you call them intermittent places. I can be on the back of some cargo like Harriet Tubman, going back to, if they say you can't fly, we can drive. What are you doing? Driving services to Africa. Yeah. That's what we're doing. We're getting ready to transport. We need to go certain by driving and certain by plane and certain by water. We're doing a services. We're providing the services. Y'all catch my drift? Okay. So it's time to go. I want to share this before I go. One thing that the Lord Almighty, the Most High God, put in my spirit and has been putting in my spirit, and I have shared this before. There is a way to stop wickedness in its tracks. There is a way to stop wickedness in its tracks. And there's something about a particular people that will cry out to the Most High. He will answer and deliver. He will answer and he will deliver. The problem is those people ain't been wanting to come together and cry out. We're trying to do everything else except the one thing that we were commanded to do. If you ever got in trouble, no matter how far you just strayed from me, no matter how sinful you are, when they cried out, it said the Lord heard they cry and delivered them. And it's a certain people. If my people, now let me tell you this is what it's saying. If you see that I have shut up the heavens so that there be no rain, that's a drought. And sent pestilence amongst the people, that's a famine. Or plagues, that's a if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will answer them and heal their land. And heal their land. Put a stop to it. I'm just trying to see, is there anybody that want to put a stop to this? I am over wickedness. And yes, there are things that have to come to pass. I'm not trying to put a stop to the will, but I'm trying to put a stop to the wicked. The devil is a liar. And if we have power to legislate in this earth and get to dictate whether you do something or you don't, then listen, I'm with that smoke. I believe it's May the 4th or May the 5th, where it said heaven on earth. I shared that flyer. What you think I shared that flyer for? So many words. That's going to be a day that we're going to get together and we're going to come together and we're going to make some noise to the heavens, so much so that we disrupt the heavens and put a stop to this. Because one thing that I do know is that when we cry, he responds. While they are speaking, I will hear. And when they call, I will answer. We got secrets and keys. We just ain't used it. And what we're dealing with is supernatural. So we need a supernatural. We need a supernatural movement. We need a supernatural God that'll put this supernatural wickedness. They coming for our children. And can I tell y'all the insight that the Most High God gave me? He said the agenda is against the children. The children. The children is the result. The agenda is against the parents and their caretakers. That's why you can't call them mama and daddy no more. You got to call them and she. See, the agenda is against the children. That's why they want to change them and give them steroids and hormones and indoctrinate them and tell them it's okay that if they got a wee-wee, that they can act like a Fifi. Okay, and if they a Fifi and got a JJ, they can act like a nut. This is not right. That is the goal. You don't want to listen. You don't want to let us do A, B, and C to your kids. We taking our kids. You know what they're going to do? Take your children if you indebted to their system in any way. Those are not your kids. Those are our kids. When you go to the hospital and you want a birth certificate so bad. Oh, I'm walking a little heavy tonight. You want a birth certificate so bad? Look on the back of that birth certificate and that social security card that you have in your possession and see if you don't see a number and a barcode. That is not your property. That's why when you ain't feeding them according to their standards, when you ain't caring for them according to their standards, when you are not parenting their children according to their standards, they can come in and remove them. Okay? Who gave them the right to remove them from your house? They're not their kids. They're a ward of the state. What made them a ward of the state? That birth certificate and that social security card. Absolutely. I dare you to look on the back of it right now. I'll pull one down right now so you can see on the back of your social security card and your birth certificate that you are property of the Federal Reserve. And your children are too. So if you indebted to them and they take your livelihood from working, oh, you don't want to work because you're against A, B, C, D, and E. Oh, okay, fine. Well, how are you going to provide for your children? What causes another case to be open, another door to be open, an avenue where you have no means to work. Your rent is really, really high, right? Which means you have no means to provide for your children. Don't be on no government assistance, brothers and sisters. Well, if I start a business, is it going to hurt my Social Security? Who gives a damn? Let it hurt it. Who cares? Let it hurt the Social Security. You don't need it anyway. It's a handout. You don't need it. You don't need the food stamps. Do you know what you can make for yourself? Provide all your food, scared and fearful, keeps you out of your purpose and your prosperity, seeking and dependent upon handouts. And let me tell y'all here tonight, men and women, brothers and sisters, you're going to be their first victims. I'm making enough money to pay back your student loans. I don't owe you jack. And I don't need anything from you. No, thank you. And because I said I don't need you, my kids don't need anything. They're not in your school systems. So if I want to pull them out because of what you're teaching, you ain't coming for me. They're not in your school systems. We already created well, you can't come in our grocery stores. Who cares? I built one. While y'all was planning, I was too. I got vegetables in the ground. We can't live off of an herb. That's why it was given to us. Every seed-bearing herb is meat for the children and healing. Y'all came in with this cows and chickens and all of this flesh. That's what you came with. But we good. We building over here. And you know what we built with? Your bricks. We built with your money. That's what we built with. We got legit. And we went in and we spoiled the spoils and plundered y'all. And that's how we got what we need. No, thank you. We good. If you don't think this is real, before you know it, it will be upon us. And while the Lord is giving us the opportunity, you want to say, well, Father, be a fence around me and provide for me. This is what he's doing with you right now. He's giving you insight and a way out. What I put in you is time to come out. And before this get any wickeder, get what you need. I said, go to your Egyptians neighbors and get your silver and your gold and your raiment, and then get to Goshen. Isn't that what he told the Israelites before he sent all them plagues down on Egypt? That's what he said. Go to your Egyptian neighbors and get their gold and their silver. He said, plunder them. And plunder means to take by force. Plunder means to seize. Plunder means to ransack. And plunder means to steal. I dare you to go look it up. That's what it means. You mean to tell me God said that? Go look it up. Definition of plunder. Go look it up. Biblical definition of plunder. Go look it up. You think I'm out here playing, wasting time trying to argue with y'all? I don't think so. I'm in the spirit of Nehemiah. I'm building. I ain't got time for Sanballat and all that other stupid stuff. Well, come down here for what? What I'm building, I'm too busy building it. Y'all sit around and play with these people if you want to. I'm not playing with them. They're not coming for me. And when they do, I'm going to be ready to lay down my life. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And I can say it is finished. I did my part. And not a second sooner. I am not putting nothing in my body. I am not putting nothing in my forehead. I am not putting anything in my arm. I am not going to be a product of the environment. Why? Because the Most High God created everything in this earth and everything belongs to him. And if he tell me to go get it from over here and go get it from over there, the problem is that he told us that he allowed them to store the wealth up for us. He said the wealth of the wicked has been stored up for the just. He let them store it up. The problem is that many of us don't want to go to where they didn't store it up at. Well, that might cost me a little bit too much. Is you crazy? You looking at the cost. This is not a cost. Whatever it's going to take me to get in there and get the wealth that they stored up for me, I will pay that. I will pay that all day long. You ready for me to come out? Huh? Oh, okay. Tell them here I come. I forgot all about it. We got opportunities that we are inviting you guys to. That government workshop replay, that's $4.97. I done reduced it. And you know what? After tonight, it ain't going to be $4.97. I'm not even going to be out here trying to call the tribe. I really don't have to. I got a lot of people that I can service in business. My main priority, my main assignment My passion right now is to make sure I would be wicked. I would be wicked, y'all. I got to tell you the truth to know this information and watch y'all die. I would be wicked. What good is it to get all of this stuff and then stand before the Most High God with bloody hands because I failed to warn or build or help or call the attention of? I don't want nothing in this world can satisfy me. My riches are not stored up on this earth, period. I'm here on a purpose. And after my purpose is served, I'm going to give an account. So I'm not one of those that say, well, you know what, it's just me and my five. That's what's been happening. That's why millions have suffered, because people get this wealth information and this knowledge, and then they go on and forget about where they came from. They forget about their people. I'm one that's here that will fight with y'all and still build with y'all. I'm not afraid of y'all. I'm very bold. I don't care about how you feel. I don't care about any of that. And I love me because God made me that way for y'all. Anybody else y'all would tear up and run over, literally. But he gave me the courage. He gave me the boldness. He gave me the wisdom. Everything that I have, he gave it to me for y'all. Whether y'all believe in who I serve or not, he gave it to me for y'all. He sent me, not my ancestors, not the goddesses in it. No, the Most High God sent me. Can I be real? That's who sent me. Whether you love him, whether you believe him, what he loved you enough to send me and teach me and train me so that I don't forget about his people, so that I make sure that I do what I was purposed to do, not what I wanted to do. And that's why I'm showing up. The transportation workshop, you can get the replay of that. Same price, $4.99. Until after, I'm going to stop that on Monday. I have had to live and die and live and die again. I have had to die 1,000 deaths, literally. I should be crazy and I should be gone somewhere, y'all. When you suffer the type of tragedies and loss that I've suffered, most people don't recover. They on medication or in mental hospitals. They walking around talking to trees. They walking around talking to themselves. They on drugs. They on alcohol. I'm clothed in my right mind. My mind is healed, even though it has suffered tremendous trauma. It's wise. It's intelligent. It's brilliant. It's a mastermind. I can turn something out of nothing into something. I cannot take the credit for that. You better believe that there is a supernatural God that's in charge of me to be able to suffer that depth of pain and suffering and still be willing to show up in purity, not bitter, not offended. Lots of people have hurt me, stolen from me, did all kind of evilness to me when all I did was showed up for them. And that was the enemy trying to get me to turn away from my purpose and my plan. But I did not. I'm still showing up for y'all. I'm still showing up for y'all. What is $4.97? What is $4.99? In order to ensure at least your preservation. We cannot save our lives. So don't get me twisted talking about, well, we gonna die. I know that. But I'm not going before my time. You better believe that. And my God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. He told Joseph and every other prophet, it's a famine getting ready to come, and I'm getting ready to do A, B, C, and D. And you need to be over here, and you need to be over here, and you need to do this, and you need to have that. Instructions. He ain't going to change up today and say, well, you know what? We'll just wait on me. No. That's not, no. We waiting on them, but we're also working. Blessed is the man he find working in the field. I don't care what they planning. If the end of the world was tomorrow, I'd still be building today. Because we don't know if the end of the world is going to be tomorrow. I'm going to make sure I do my part. I'm also getting ready to build something out specifically for sisters, for women, something that you can do at home, like I'm doing at home, something that you can do from your phone, something that you can do and you don't ever have to do, something you can start and never have to work. We're getting ready to have the wealth encounter. We was going to do it in Miami. We are not going to do it in Miami. We're going to do it in Rockwall, Texas. Out here in Texas again. And we're going to bring in those that's going to show you how to do things. When you leave these, you're going to have an established business that's ready to scale up. I got so many opportunities. I got groups. I mean, if you want to, I have a whole page that I'm getting ready to sell. It's already ready for monetization. Adds 200,000 plus people. There's so many ways to get paid. I can teach you how to do the same thing. How to grow your YouTube following. Y'all just, that's how we got to word it. Get tens of thousands of dollars for growing YouTube channels, growing pages, social media pages, tens and thousands of dollars, posting videos, contents, tens and thousands of dollars. So that's what we're going to be teaching. Where the places to go to for auctions for land at a discounted rate. How to leverage your business credit. How to go buy you some houses in your business credit name. How to make connections so that when you need somebody over across there and they need you over here, because that's what's most important. The connections. So don't miss that. That is going to be the end of May. Above all of that, I want to say this on tonight. All of us should be here on May 3rd to 4th coming together as my people who are called by my name, making a sound in the earth, a distinct sound in the earth that we are in trouble and we need your divine assistance. Everybody, I don't care what we got to do. This is something that the Most High is calling us to. You want to put a stop to it? Then I said, if my people, just imagine us coming together, 50 of us, 100 of us. Just imagine a stadium of us. Do you know all of this stuff will die in its tracks? I'm telling y'all right now tonight. It doesn't matter. If you worship Allah, it doesn't matter if you worship Buddha. I'm telling you right now, the God that I serve, if we come together and we cry out to him, just try it. You already know. If it don't work, Buddha and Allah and everybody else could take you back. You feel what I'm saying? But if we came together, just sing. Okay, let's see. Power in numbers. I want to share this one dream with you before I leave. I had a dream we were on a beach. And there was all kind of nations represented there. I mean, we had Latinos, we had Samoans, we had Africans, we had Chinese. It was a whole bunch of them. And this is a dream that I will never, ever forget. I had this dream over 10 years ago. We were on the beach and I had my kids playing in the water and the whole 9 yards. And I saw this black bird, like a crow, a dirty bird, being lowered down out of the sky, like it was coming from the heavens, and it was being lowered down like that. And it was a little bird, and they was like reeling it down on a string until they got it to the point that they wanted it to. So it came way up from the heavens, and they wanted it to be like above our heads. So they were reeling it down. And then once they got it to where they needed it to be, they started like moving it back and forth like this. And it was dead. It looked dead while it was being reeled down. But when it started swooping back and forth like this, the swoops was like, and every swoop, it got bigger and bigger and bigger and more powerful. And everybody was looking up. At first, it started off like a regular sized bird. But every time it swooped back and forth, you know how you get on a swing and you put your legs backwards and it gives you more momentum? Every time it swooped to the front and to the back, it got gigantic. And everybody on the beach was terrified, literally. We knew we didn't have time to run and grab our children. Everybody was literally terrified on this beach. And the only thing we could do was pray. And I started yelling, pray now, pray now, pray right now, pray right now. And they was praying in Spanish, Jesus Cristo. And they was praying in Chinese, and they was praying in African, and praying in French, and praying in English. And nobody understood each other. But let me tell you what happened when we start praying together. That bird that was swooping start losing momentum and start slowing down. And when we saw that it was slowing down, we start crying out even louder. It was like, ah! It was like crazy. I couldn't even, it was so like a phenomenon. And as the people saw that their prayers were slowing this thing down because it was swooping fast, and that their prayers were slowing it down, that made the prayer more intense. And then all of a sudden it stopped, and it was just dangling off this string, off this thread. It was just dangling. It was just stuck, suspended in the air. We had killed it and stopped it in its tracks. And then my dream ended. Showed me that over 10 years ago, something wicked coming. And it was being lowered out of the heavens. But when we came together, and that's the reason why he reminded me of it. He said, Tawana, we steady sitting and talking about what they're doing, but what are y'all doing? If you want my help, invite me in. Come tell me. We know that we need to repent. We do need to repent, y'all. We might not think we need to repent. We need to repent. You know, it's our tax dollars that fund abortions, right? You go to work. They take taxes out of your money to kill people. That's blood-stained hands. It's our taxpayer dollars that put crooked cops that murder. The blood is crying out from the ground, period. And now the Most High is coming to avenge the bloodshed of those who have been slain. And it's our dollars. We go after strange stuff. We believe in everything and anything except the Most High God. We want to say, oh, well, it's why we don't believe in this, we don't believe in that. But I'm just saying, try it. It works. I'm willing to bet. And I don't gamble or bet. I'm willing to bet that my God answers by fire. If we would just come together, all tribe, all tongues, all kindred, and wholeheartedly, earnestly repent, because we didn't put jobs and everything else over our family. We didn't sacrifice and traded time for money, stuff that we can't get back. We do need to repent for our hypocrisy, for our hard-heartedness, for not taking care of one another the way we are commanded to, for putting each other down, for being the devil's DJ, for slandering and tearing down our brothers and sisters. We do got a lot to repent about. When we come together and we repent and ask for forgiveness, and then cry out and ask for help, I promise you that. I promise you that. I promise you, you can call on any other deity you want to. I promise you, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob gonna answer, because he's the God, the living God that answers by fire. That's all I'm saying. And all of us should be getting here. I don't care what we got to do. All of us. See, we are a body. We're not an individual finger over here crying out and a head over here crying out and a toe over here crying out. The whole body. The body. Because we are a body. And we all need to come together instead of focusing on, well, you see, they sin over there and what they did and what they ain't doing, and they need to be doing it this way. Forget all of that. What haven't you done? We allowed a lot of this. We allowed them to create a whole month in celebration of the very thing that the Most High told up Sodom and Gomorrah about. We allowing them to come and have these readings to our children in drag. Excuse me, we are at fault. That's just the hardcore truth. We have put money and made money as our gods. So much so that we won't even spend time with the Most High because we got to work. And our boss said we can't pray today. Hello, somebody. So we are at fault. And we do need to repent. And we have allowed a lot of this stuff because we are rulers in the earth. Authority was given to us. Authority was given to us. And no spirit here is legal. It is operating illegally. And when we are not in position, we allow it to operate. We want to talk about Gates and Fauci and all of that. Guess what? We allowing them to do it because if we came together and shut that crap down, they would not even be breathing. We still got a couple of weeks to get tickets or whatever, get our arrangements so we can come together and watch God. That's all I'm saying. And watch God. This ain't gonna be no wasted, no spiritual conference or nothing. No, this ain't none of that. We don't do none of any of those things. Have meetings where people come in and the same and leave out the same. No, we're gonna leave out super strong, knowing that we good. And the Most High God is on our side and y'all not. That's heaven on earth. Because what did he say to do? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So we're going to transport heaven down here. And we're going to disrupt what's going on with these systems. That's what we're going to do. Everybody need to be here. Everybody. We don't get to dictate and choose which location the Most High God say, I want y'all to come here. And we have the liberties to do that here. That's why it's chosen here. There's no, clanks and all of this stuff. No. There's liberties here. So with that being said, y'all, wanted to come by here and present those opportunities with y'all. I'm not doing the government contracting replay anymore after tomorrow. Well, after tonight. So tomorrow it's a done deal. What is $4.97 where we can help you for a 3-minute edit of a video? 6 figures. Where they do that at? Take your transportation company and say, you know what? Well, I transport the elderly. At least they'll be good on your watch. At least they'll be good on your watch. At least they'll have meals and be able to get to the grocery stores and they won't be locked up and locked down and no means to get what they need, their basic necessities. At least we will be doing what we're supposed to do in the earth. At least the young folks will be protected as well because we'll have something for them. That's all I'm saying. Take advantage of the opportunities, y'all, while they present themselves. Take advantage. I have my mastermind that I don't never, ever really even promote unless you then came to one of our encounters or workshops or something. But I'm going to put it out here tonight. My workshop, my mastermind, excuse me. And you can't tell me how much my mastermind costs. And you can't put no ad or no spin on how much it's going to cost me for my time and the time that I'm going to take away from my family that I can get back to lead you into wealth. My mastermind is $15K all day long. That's a year of coaching you how to not only with government contracts, that's a separate thing, but we have funding opportunities. And we also have financing opportunities. So that's not one whole big old whop at one time. There is monthly payment plans. There is a down payment. It's just like we pay on these cell phones and everything else. But you know what you're going to get out of this? You're going to get over your first 100K. For those who pay in full, I'm going to do your 100K with you and for you. Period. I'm going to do your 100K with you and for you. You're going to have access, VIP access to every event we put on. That means you will be able to stand on stages that you didn't have to build. Other people's stages mean other people's money. So you're going to see your money come back all day long. You're going to learn how to do live events, workshop events, the whole 9 yards. We're going to get you your website. We're going to get you your funnel. We're going to get you your stuff on automation. We're going to make sure we get that as a bonus of you paying in full. Even those who don't pay in full, we're going to help you build those completely out. That way, when they put another clanking system, oh baby, you'll be six-figure in it and ready to roll, sitting at home on the computer. How may I serve you? Working from home. Do you understand me? That's all I'm saying. While there is a wave, ride it. You might as well get a part of it. Get off of their system and listen. Let me do what y'all doing because y'all not going to be affected. And then when y'all come with $200 loaves of bread, I'll be in position if I need some. So you can get finance. We do have lenders that will finance the whole entire thing. And you make monthly payments back to them of like $361 for $15K. But like I said, we always dumping financial information up in that joint. Funding opportunities. If you ever sat down at any of my workshop and got funding opportunity, you can just imagine that times a million on steroids. You always get in where the funding opportunities, grants, resources, startup money, angel investors, you always get in that. Always. I got an investor ready to invest with a lot of people. Matter of fact, let me show you a whole bookload of investors. I got millionaires and billionaires ready to invest with you. Just let me give y'all a real quick, and then I'm going to go after this because I got a meeting and they've been waiting on me and they like, where's she at? Hold on one second. Let me share this real quick. That group right there waiting on me right now. Let me just show y'all something right here. And what we getting ready to come out with, it's gonna be like totally insane. Totally insane. Let me show you real quick. Here we go, right here. Let me make sure y'all can see it over here. All right. These are just investors in every state. Let me show y'all over here as well. And I got it blurred like that for a reason. Let me slow it down. Oops. I got access to everything that we need. These are the investors in all parts of the United States. Okay. And the list just goes on with their names, emails, phone numbers, in every state in the United States that you see there represented. Names and numbers, California, New Mexico, Las Vegas, it don't matter. And I have it like this for a reason. I told you guys that I am a licensee of Grant Cardone. As you can see, people that is ready right now to give you thousands and millions to go out and get real estate, multifamily apartment complexes. That's going to be big for those that look like us that's going to need affordable housing when they come with, we're going to kick you out because you can't pay your rent. Okay? I have what you need. Trust and believe that. I really do. All you got to do is show up. And in order to get up on your feet, you got to get up off your backside. All you got to do is show up. Brandon, don't wish that you have it. See if you can get funded. See if you can get funded, son. Finance and opportunities. They will fund you with something. They will fund you with something. It doesn't matter what your credit score. We also do in-house financing on our own, but we have lenders that will fund you. We do. So don't count yourself out. And what you'll be making just from the funding opportunities that we'll give you, you can gladly pay them $361 a month. Honestly, All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to go. Let my kids get in here and get ready to go to sleep. I'll send you just email me. Okay. Email me if you guys are interested. Email me or inbox me, Sister June. Let me put my email up here. I'll send you the financing option link. And it does not take long to know if you got approved. They approve you for the whole 15K. Take that 15K, pay it, and then let's put together your 100K. Like facts, you can go pay that back within 30 to 45 days in full. So you won't even have monthly payments for that long. For those who pay in full, I'm gonna definitely show you how to get you a 100K payday in one day, not a month. That's my job. That's my promise. I'm gonna make sure you get your 100K payday in a day. Period. And I'm gonna make sure by bringing you to stages, events, etc., that you get your 100K. So within 30 to 45 days, you will be able to pay them back their money in full. That's what I'm gonna say. 30 to 45 days. We're gonna put something together for you where you're gonna be able to pay them back their money. A big portion of it. If you say, well, I want to keep some of it, cool, keep some, pay them back $7,500. And then next month, boom, we're gonna pay them back another $7,500. So many ways to get paid. I'm telling y'all right now. And if you think I'm lying, I don't show this to flex on you. I show you this to let you know that it is possible all day long. And this is where I'm trying to get y'all to, where you can, and like I said, I would never share this. I would never share this because this ain't everybody's business. It's mine. But I want you to see straight up, it's not a game and it can be done. Let me get up here real quick. Hold on one second. Waiting on this internet to stop acting stupid. Come on. Did I go too far up? I think I did. I think I went too far. Hold on one second. Here we go. Show y'all over here as well. Is it possible? Absolutely, it's possible. Absolutely, it is possible. Absolutely, it is possible. Absolutely, it is possible. To plunder. Absolutely. So if you're talking about, well, I don't know if I'm gonna make that or not, scared money don't make no money. That's what I'm gonna say. Scared money don't make no money. And if you want to be able to go out and get something like that for yourself and then turn it into hard assets and buy land, then I'm the woman for the job. I can't be out here telling you that you can do something that I ain't did. Okay? You go to banks and have to sign certain things to get certain amounts of money out. That's where we going, because we need that, and we need to turn it into hard assets. Cash is trash. We're not trying to hold no money in no bank. We need to take it out of the bank and we need to turn it into hard assets. Okay. So I just want y'all to know that. I'm going to go ahead and go. I love y'all on Instagram. Thank all 2 of y'all that is still remaining with me here on this live. You are blessed. And I appreciate you for your time and your attention. You could be doing any and every other thing else, but you're here listening to me. And I just want you to know that it is greatly appreciated. Even if you don't join me, know that I'm here working on behalf of you and on behalf of us. And I love you enough to show up, okay? But that being said, peace out. Share this with somebody. Share this with everybody. Everybody that you can. And I will see you guys soon. I don't know if it'll be in the next day or 2, but I will see you soon, okay? God bless you and peace out. All right, YouTube. Let me go ahead and hold on one second. It said what? Hold on one second. Oh, okay. Look. Absolutely. I got to do something over there because you know what? They just put me into monetization on Instagram on a whole nother level. So I got to go ahead and give them that information. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in monetization on Instagram, and it's been a long time coming. Got a check from old Meta today for this is for, I know it's probably blurry, but yeah. I'm getting ready to go ahead and handle that. I ain't even finna mess with that. I'm finna hang this up over here, and then I'm finna go ahead and give them my banking information so that they can pay me too. Who ready to go? That's all I'm saying. Who going with me? Don't say I'm going with you when you're not. The people that I said last year that this is where I would be this year, I know they biting their knuckles off, and they're probably pulling out their hair because they had an opportunity to go, and they did not take it. Don't be like them. Because if I present an opportunity to you, and then I know that you had the opportunity and you didn't take advantage of it, when you come back around, I am that one that will ignore you, especially if I know you had an opportunity to go. Now you're going to wait till it's, see, people like you the weakest link in the, I can't fool around with you. You've been and made all of us die because you was a procrastinator. So when these opportunities present themselves, I'm looking to see who ready, who really about that life. And those that are ready and really about that life can roll with me. And those who are not, they can watch. Because they sure ain't going to stop me. With that being said, I love y'all. Good night. Thank you, Brandon and Drea. Let's go. You already know, Drea. We going all the way to the top. Nothing can stop me. We all the way up. All right. We going all the way to the top. With that being said, peace out, y'all. God bless. And I will see y'all again soon if the Most High God says the same.